My name's Martin Balch. I'm a non-traditional student from Houston, Texas. I'm going to be applying to medical school this coming May. Um, my MCAT studying experience was a little bit unique. I first started studying for the MCAT using one of the big big classes you see online that you can take. I won't name who it was, but I did not have a great experience with it and went into my first MCAT in January of 2019, feeling January of 2020, I'm sorry, feeling pretty unprepared. Did not get a very good score at all. I believe it was a 490 and just very devastated. Um, because I knew that score was not reflective of what I could do. So I kind of, at that point said, I'm going to reschedule taking the MCAT. I'm going to take it in September of the same year. It was January at the time. And I said, I'm going to start from square one. I'm going to watch every Khan Academy video that relates to the MCAT, take notes, learn the material from scratch, and go at my own pace and get this done. So fast forward 5 or 6 months. I'm coming up to my MCAT date. I finished all the Khan Academy videos. I was complete with my content review, and I went to take a practice test, and my score still wasn't that great. It was, I think I took two practice tests. I was in the 498, 500 range, and just not the score I was not the score I was looking for. I felt confident on the content review, but it took me 5 or 6 months to learn all the material, and I would inevitably forget something I learned months ago that wasn't fresh on my mind. It was at that time I saw a advertisement for Memm and kind of heard the description of it, and that looked like something I could use, that would benefit me very well. It wasn't so much content review, it was just spaced repetition to help me remember material that I was consistently forgetting. Um, and I was a month out from my second MCAT, scoring in the low 500s, high 400s. And then I started hitting, I started hitting the spaced repetition on them every day. And it's not so much, I learned a few new things, but for the most part, I was just refreshing things I already knew. And suddenly my MCAT practice scores just shot up after I went through all the content on them. And then one thing I was noticing was each passage, particularly on the chem phys, the biochem, and the psych soc sections, um, I was just reading those passages so much quicker. And before Mem, I was each of those sections I was up against the gun, timing wise. But now I was finishing each section with 10, even 15 minutes left. And my scores just shot up. So really in a month's time, I went from taking a practice test at 498 before Mem, practiced, went through the space repetition content for a good month, took my MCAT and scored a 510 the second time I took it. And it's, with Mem, I didn't necessarily learn any new material. It just ingrained in my head the material I needed to know. So I would recommend it to anyone who's coming up to their MCAT who could use a good score boost.